Hello guys, welcome back to my new video. Today I am going to teach you how to install a Kali Linux on a desktop. We are going to install 2019 version. If you have already installed Windows, then it will be gone if you install a Kali Linux. So make sure you install on a hard drive in which you have no data. If you want a dual boot, then this video is not basically for you. You can I can make a separate video for you. You can simply give a comment below for that. I've already made a video on a Wi-Fi hacking, right? So basically, before watching that, you first install a Kali Linux. And those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please please click on a subscribe button to get a daily update. Basically, I update daily on a Wednesday and Sunday. So now let's begin with our installation process. In the right bottom, you can see my laptop, right? So basically, it is waiting for getting a pen drive ready. You can go to basically a kali.org/downloads. You can see here it will list down all the version of Kali Linux. So basically, I have downloaded 64-bit version. You can download a version according to you, and then after downloading, you can jump to a next step. Now, so basically you can see here there are lots of version available here: 64-bit version, 32-bit version. Now you can simply jump to a new website, that is SourceForge. So basically I have to download a Win32 disk imager in order to write my image into the pen drive in order to make it bootable. So you can simply go to sourceforge.net/project/win32.diskimager/. So you can see here the Win32 disk imager website is open. So basically you can download this and then install a ISO image on your pen drive. So basically I'm going to use a 16 GB pen drive for that. You can use a 8 GB pen drive, it is too sufficient. I'm not sure about the 4 GB. You can refer to a kali.org documentation. You can see there. Basically I have downloaded Win32 disk imager. So let me open. Cool. Now let's open image file. Now let me select a asterisk, and then after that you can simply select the ISO image and then open. Cool. And then basically you have to select a right device for that. See, you can see here I have selected the G drive. If you select a wrong drive, then basically everything will be erased. So it is always recommended first check your drive later, and then you can click on the right button, and then you can simply see here waiting for the physical device can corrupt the device. Are you sure you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. So it will take some time, and then it will write on my pen drive. Now let's wait. So now let me shut down my computer. So now see now the boot menu is appeared. You can select a USB drive. Basically my USB hard drive is SanDisk. So basically you can select a SanDisk. There are multiple so basically you are prioritizing the bootable device. So let me select SanDisk Ultra. Yeah, basically with the boot Kali Linux live boot menu, you can simply select a start installer. Just a second. Yeah, now basically there are multiple options available here. You can simply select English and then you can click on a continue. My keyboard is not working sorry, my mouse is not working properly, so basically I'm going to select tab button in order to go to a continue button and then click enter. Just again. Yep. Now basically we are selecting current location. Let me select United States and then continue, and then we are going to configure our, basically we are going to select American English and then continue. Basically it will now detect and mount a CD-ROM. It will load all the component in it. Now basically we have to configure our network. So basically there are Ethernet available, WLAN available. I'm not going to use WLAN because I don't want to expose my credential to the my near surrounding. So basically I don't have Ethernet, so let me select Ethernet 0 and then continue, because later on it will ask for network mirror. I'll be selecting no option and then continue. Okay, just a second. Tab. Now it will detect a link for Ethernet 0. It will not able to find it because I have not connected. So basically we'll simply ignore this warning. This is not an error, basically it will give a warning for that. See, I got a network auto configuration failed, and yeah, now I think the mouse is working. So basically we are going to select do not configure the network at this time, and then we can simply select continue, and then we can give a host name as a default value. Just a second. Yeah, and then after that root password it will ask, you can basically type tour, this is the default value opposite of root, so basically you can re-enter that, and then after that continue, and then after that you can have to basically select a time zone. For that you can either continue with the default time zone or you can go with some other. Let me select Eastern, and then after that this image. And then see, there will be a option available for partition disk. So basically I have already told you that in this video we are going to use the entire disk. We are not going to dual boot. So basically for that you can simply jump to a second option, that is guided use entire disk, and then just again yeah. And now see, basically you have to select a disk. You can simply select my one is Samsung MZ the 7 TD 128, and then continue. Okay, and then after that all file in one partition. Yeah, cool. Continue, and basically yeah, now we can finish our partition and write changes to disk, and then write a yes, and then after that you can simply jump to continue button. Just again, yeah. Now basically it will install and write all the changes to disk. Basically see, I have already told you that it will ask for a network mirror. Basically it is asking because let me first now select use a network mirror. No, basically I have not connected a Ethernet, so basically I will select no, because this is basically for updating your OS to the latest version and with the newest feature if it is available. So basically select continue. See, now basically my installation process is complete, and then everything is done. Now we can simply go to the continue. This is yeah now, and then enter yeah. Finish installation. Please, those who haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscribe button to get a daily update. Now the system will basically restart. Now see, basically our Kali Linux is set up, and then click on enter. We can say go. Basically now you can see it is asking for a username, so my username was basically root, or this is again root, yeah, and then next button, yeah, and then password TOR2, yeah. See, everything is done. Now basically our Kali Linux is set up, and that's all. Thank